Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back once again. So lots of kind of interest in a multiplayer game in the last episode. I think we have 8 people who are interested in playing. I'm very excited for this because I've really been wanting to get into multiplayer, so we're gonna do it. With that said, several things that we need to address. First off, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna select nations, and also what kind of map we're gonna play on, what age we're gonna play in, and any other special settings that you're interested in. So, since I'm relatively new to all this, I think that I'm going to throw it out there right now. Just kind of leave a comment in the video here today about the kind of things that you would prefer as far as settings go. Also, I'm kind of thinking the best way to go about doing this would be to maybe share emails so we can email it around. To me, from what I've seen, Llama server is not much different from just play by email. So if you have suggestions on what you think would be the best route there, do let me know. And then if you're willing to do it, probably best way to go would be to PM me your email address. And then I can set up kind of like a group email so we can get things situated and that sort of thing. I know that Josie had mentioned already Abyssia and Pangea as possible nations for her. But I'm thinking what we'll do is maybe have like everybody pick maybe top 3 or something, and then we'll do a random order of who gets their first pick. Something to that effect. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. But I'd really like to get it started this week, I think. I'm really like looking forward to this. So I'm excited. The other thing would be the map that would work best. I was thinking one of the pre-made maps, like Mayorland, was a good one. Maybe, I think Parganos was one. I'm thinking one with wraparound that fits anywhere from like 9 to, or well, I should say like 8 to 12-ish characters. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I thought I had a list here saved, but apparently not. So, anyway, that's where we're at for the multiplayer. Definitely looking forward to it. We're gonna do it. I'm excited. Hopefully I don't get knocked out in like 5 turns. Now, as for Atlantis, where we're currently at, and I'm really feeling Caleb's suggestion at this point, where we're just gonna roll out everything. We're gonna go out like full Blitzkrieg style, and we're just gonna go after it, because we've never really done that in one of my playthroughs, and this is definitely the opportunity to do it. I mean, right now we're gonna be sieging Marinon. I said Marignon again in the last episode. It's pronounced Marinon, apparently. No G because of the French thing, I guess. I didn't realize they were French. I thought they were more Spanish, to be honest. But look at how many Tungaliks we have in this province. That's 19 right there. We got all of these in Marinon. We got a few here down in the Purple Cliff, which we're not even breaking into. Angecoke's still coming out. We got a good-sized force down here in Low Suffolk. And let's be honest, Pythian is totally impotent against us. We have this border here, which is a nice choke point for us, but we can also hit them from the water too, and from Waste Watch, and from South Europe Ocean. So I'm thinking at this point, probably going to spend a few turns building up. I'm making some bags of wine or whatever to deal with going into Lemuria. I do want to fight them just because I'm really interested to see how we fare against them. But I'm thinking mass army, all of our mages, except for the really unique ones, like the guy I empowered to Earth 3. He'll stay. Any of the fire/water guys that can cast Manifest Vitriol, they'll stay. Some of the higher level water or death mages, they'll stay. But other than that, let's roll these babies out. We're going just right at them. And see how it goes. I think that having 20 guys casting Frozen Heart per turn and or Numbness is gonna be pretty freaking nasty. That's gonna be hard to fight. I don't think Pythian can stand a chance against us, and I really do think that Caleb is right, that we can definitely fight at least 2 fronts at once here. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Hopefully he's not wrong, I should say. If he is, it's all his fault that I blow this. Just kidding, of course. And in all reality, we're really close to actually winning this game. So we have right now, let's see. We'll have this Throne of Beasts, that will be 1 point. Throne of Summer is 2 points. We're going to have the Outer Throne this coming turn, that'll be 4. We only need 9 This one's currently unclaimed. I'm assuming this is the level 3 throne. So that right there puts us at 7. We used to have the White Mountains. And then there's one right here, which may be Pythian. And I guess that's about it. So we're really close. Either way, assuming Ravenna is the 3.1, we're pretty much within winning distance. So that's where we're at right now. I'm probably going to take a few turns, like I said, to get things situated, forge some items, some ritual spells, that sort of thing. We're going to be sieging Marinon here this turn. Let's do this thing, guys. Okay, so I thought we actually had to fight the defenders in Marinon, but apparently not. It just says we have taken control, so I guess you just spend a turn. But we were attacked in Low Suffolk, so let's check this out. There was a lot of forces here. I'm sorry, we sallied out to take on Pythian here, so let's see how this goes. Lots of troops. Unfortunately, not as many casters as I would like to see. I should have rolled out just a ton of them to see how a massive freaking Frozen Hearts would do, but that's okay. That is okay. I think we'll be okay here. Can't imagine those wolves are going to do very much. Tungulik in front lines. It looks like I have some Falling Frosts coming in, so this is the first time we'll be seeing this in our game here. Looks like it hit our front lines a little bit. And I don't expect these Pythian troops to do much against us. Protection is 15, defense is 15. They do have tower shields against our protection 20. Yeah, I think that I'm not too worried about them. I'm not too worried about them. I do worry about the poison from the Hydras, though. We are... Breath of the Dragon. Okay, so they're going to be throwing some poison at us, I guess. What is this guy? Level 3 nature, level 2 water. I was looking at Pythian the other day because one of the suggestions for the for the multiplayer game would be to play Middle Ages. I think they're in the Middle Age. Or am I mixing them up with a different name? I can't remember for sure. But I do like the Hydras a lot. They're just not great units altogether. But what can you say? What can you do? They do hold a line pretty well. I will say that. Their troops are kind of beefy, like ours. So hopefully once we get like a horde of spells coming in, that'll do. Our Tungulik is on the front line right here. He's got a Vine Shield, though. Yeah, we found a Vine Shield, I think, if I remember right. So he's doing pretty well for himself. Let's speed this up. You would kind of think these guys would... Yeah, their fatigue is at 76. There's the routes. Our guy's running through the poison. Is my Tungulik routing? He sure is. What a pansy. Why did he route? That'll do it. Let's see what we lost there. 15 units. One of my Tunguliks died. That's unfortunate. And 14 Ice Warriors. We killed 95, though, so that's pretty solid. And I think we saw... Let's see, I had a Mound King join, and nothing too exciting. No sites found. I used Voice of Tiamat, which is 8 gems. No luck with it, unfortunately. Pythian coming into Low Suffolk once again. We have placed a couple Tunguliks here to see how the Frozen Heart works. Good damage there on that. 23 on the second one, I think 14 on the first one, so that's good damage. I have the Stygian skin, just, I don't know, to protect them. I figure, probably a good idea. Probably a good idea, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully we can scare away these Hydras before they get into combat, just to avoid that poison damage. I would think Falling Frost is going to do well here. Hopefully. Nah. It was only 2 shots, I guess. It wasn't bad damage. Just not enough volume, really, for it. Damn that poison, though. Oh, yeah. That is solid. So I'm iffy. The Tungalix, I think, can cast Numbness, if I'm not mistaken. Frozen Heart is pretty good damage, but at the same time, I wonder, just because Numbness hits the whole square, it might actually be better overall. You know, they're not throwing really big units at me, where Frozen Heart, I think, would be better. This should be a pretty good route. I hope we don't lose a lot to the poison here. And I'm remembering that Caleb told me I need to check my guys for wounds, especially like crippled people who are lagging behind, can't keep up with the front lines, that we can stick them on the front and kind of make them arrow catchers, so to speak. They're taking a lot of poison damage as well. Our melee lines are really just like banging into each other and not doing any damage. Like, look at this. Nothing. Couple kills. But not too effective, really. I feel like if we throw up some darkness, though, that's going to be a different story. Alright, speed it up, boys. There we go. Got a nice little surround in, that's good. These cataphracts holding the line really well, too. And there we go, nice. So, losing a lot of units there. 84 out of 109 dead. We lost 15 more. Not too shabby. We did lose this guy to a Forgiving Father, unfortunately, to a assassination. And Voice of Tiamat coming through. 2 sites found. We also found another. So, Voice of Tiamat, 16 gems cast this turn. Found 3 sites. That's pretty good, I think. Nothing out of the others. Not too bad. I'm looking at, right now, we're researching really good clip. Next level, we'll be able to cast some Rings of Water, or whatever the hell they're called. So I really think we're going to be moving out. Good God. Wow. So I'm thinking Rings of Water on our big water casters. They go in. We'll move from Low Suffolk. I don't have enough here in the water just yet, I don't think. Though that might be enough to kind of pick off these relatively unprotected provinces. There's not a lot here either, but we do have a lot of casters. Then, of course, we'll come from the water and be able to hit them on their shores here. So I'm thinking a big decisive attack should kind of get things done, and then we'll look into picking up Lemuria as well at the same time. Of course, I do have a ton of units in Marinon. And actually quite a few over here too, which we're moving over to Purple Cliff to kind of break through over there. And a lot over here. So we have a lot of units. That's what I'm getting at, guys. That's really about all I'm trying to say. We have a lot of units. Let's put them to use. Alright, we're moving out of Low Suffolk, I think it is, if I remember right. And going in against Pythian. Look at this highly inappropriate hill. Kind of makes it funky. Lots of horned serpents. That's a lot of nature gems there. Lots of hydras, man. And I kind of wish I would have cast Woven Winter before I came in here, because it would have... Oh, yeah, our protection is 14. That's unfortunate. Lots of casters, as you can see. 3 Angekokes, one of which I flew in with winged shoes. So... I was hoping I'd be able to cast Wailing Winds, but I actually don't have that yet. And now that I think about it, I have all these guys set to attack right off the bat because I was fighting Marinon, and now I feel like I should have them holding. Keep them out of the poison a little longer. That was Sailor's Death, so we're experimenting with a few spells here. I'm looking for some kind of effect. I don't see it. Desiccation, Sailor's Death, Curse of the Desert. Maybe that's what it was. Okay, there was Desiccation. I see no effect. I thought that was similar to Numbness, but like an area of effect type thing. Look at all these guys taking poison damage. Oh, we're gonna take a lot of damage here because of that heat dominion. So I'm thinking I'm really going to have to invest in Woven Winter and just cast it into every province before we get there. That'll at least make it break even with us on the cold. These Hydras are definitely a problem. Not just for us, though. Also for them. Look at all that damage they just took. It's craziness. Horned Serpents. Not a terrible unit, but I'm not particularly afraid of them either. This is bad. We need guys to fight these Hydras before they get to our Tungalix. Frozen Heart, putting down a lot of damage though, when you figure that that is a 110 point unit, Sacred, casting that, and can easily do it 5 times a battle. That's pretty solid. This really worries me. This worries me a lot. How are we doing on health over here, boys? There we go. Focus them down. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. No. It's not bad, though. We thinned them out. Hopefully they'll consider routing here soon. Those crossbows, I think, came in from a random event, and I'm not particularly fond of them, to be honest. Come on, get the Hydras. Come down. I feel like these battles are taking really long just because freaking Pythian is so tanky. Those tower shields. Okay, the Hydras were stopped. That's big. I feel like they're taking more poison damage than we are, which is kind of sad. I don't know. We definitely took a lot more casualties than I would have liked to have seen here. Especially on the onset of our invasion, so to speak. I think in the next 2 to 3 turns we should be having multiple armies in Pythian. So hopefully we'll take some big big chunks out of their lands. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's fire it up. There they go. They're routing. God damn that poison. So I lost 38 units. That's definitely not good. Don't want to see that. They lost 114 though. And 6 of those Horned Serpents. That's all nature gems they're losing. I can't remember how expensive they are. And I did notice that... Oh, Calum. Calum's attacking Pythian. Okay. So we're looking at... That was, of course, right here. And I'm thinking, like, this is all blocked by rivers and stuff, which is really nice. So, like, if I go here and then to Shale, I got another big choke point for them. And then that pretty much cuts them off. I can hit, like, all of these. So I'm thinking I'll come out of the water with these guys right here. We'll go into the West High Desert. And then this big army right here is going to move into this spot. They'll be able to come up into Twin Hill, consolidate with Waste Watch. We'll clear out the throne, which, as you can see, this river is not traversable for them, but it is for us. So we can go boom, 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 take all of that west of this river here. East of this river, I should say. My mistake. And I think that Pythium's going to collapse really quickly. I thought maybe Lemuria was fighting them too, because I thought Urdak was Pythium. Of course, we have this massive army here. That's pretty damn big. I don't think anything that they have will stop that. So Pythium's going to go down fast. Purple Cliff will not quit. And I just wanted to point out that the first Enchantress that came out was a Nature 3, okay? Amazing. Do you realize this? Oh no, they start with Nature 1. Okay. I thought they had no paths and that it literally went boom, 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 which is like 4 out of 1,000 chances or something like that. But apparently it got both of these two. So either way, that's really nice for us because I definitely need more nature gems. We're only pulling 1 per month. Our god is Nature 9, so that's big. Reinforcements coming down here. I'm upset that I lost that many units. But we do have a pretty decent amount here. And then we're also forging every turn now rings of water. Rings of... what are they called? Water bracelets. So really easy water booster, and also water lenses for free water gems. I would like to throw in living bottles of living air, something like that, whatever they're called. Living water, I don't know. They're like a free water elemental every battle. But they're 10 per turn, and I don't really have that kind of income, so... that's where we're at. I think it's looking really solid. Kind of like we're going to totally wreck all these guys. Even Calum. Calum's nasty. They're pretty big. But really, if we own all of this, there's not going to be much that anyone can do to stop us. So, it looks good, guys. It looks good. I think this is definitely my most successful, best run game that I've had so far. And it's on Mighty AI, so I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, we got a bunch of battles coming in here. I am going deep into Pythian, both Calum and Lemuria attacking them, so we're looking to... I decided I just had to hit them as quickly as possible before they started losing provinces to those other AI nations, so not much going on here. We're going to speed it up. This is the last turn. Boom, 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 boom. This army is unfortunately starving because I forgot to put bags of wine in there, so I got a guy kind of bringing them out. We should be good. Look at just the amount of spells coming at them is too much. Not that this army was much of a threat anyway, but I think Pythian is pretty much done. There's just not a lot for them to do at this point. And fighting 3 nations at the same time, probably 3 of the most powerful in the game, is not very fun. Shale. This is another fort, so 2 forts being attacked here. Did not get to cast Woven Winter on this one, so hopefully we're okay here. That's quite a bit of units. But we do have a lot of casters, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that water element, that's a big guy. I have a hard time getting those into combat though. They're, you know, they always start in the back. I guess probably best to put that caster towards the front, maybe. And unfortunately, Frozen Heart being used on those wolves over there. Not the greatest use for them. There we go. I'm to that point where there are so many mages. Oh, there's the Paralyze. Nice. Okay. I should probably set our Forgiving Fathers to cast that spell, just because they do have those Hydras. All these guys in front are wounded, so hopefully the casualties we sustain will be less than useful for us anyway, so. I'm really finding that I think I like these nations that just have access to, like, say, 2 paths that are pretty high. Like, we have Death 3 and Water 3. That's pretty easy to access. I think I'm really liking nations like that. It makes going to battle fairly simple. You know, you just throw out a bunch of evocations or whatever. At least at this point. You know, down the line, that Hydra being paralyzed there is really bad for them, by the way. But it just makes things really simple overall at this point in my Dominion's career, so to speak. This is a massive rout. Lots of casualties. Hopefully this isn't all province defense. And now we're getting into that poison, unfortunately, but I mean, that did a lot of damage to them. Let's see what the losses were there. We lost 6, they lost 110. Twin Hill, probably nothing here. Coming in from the water. We got a big line. It's more than I thought. I'm trying to do a protective spell on our mages at the start of every battle now, because that's something I never did in the past. Then you have an arrow randomly flying in occasionally and taking a guy out, that sort of thing. So I figure Stygian Skin should be enough, right, to ward off an arrow shot. It's like 15 or 10 invulnerability. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Not looking good for Pythian. I'm not sure why the Frighten is coming out, to be honest. I'm assuming those are Tungalics. Maybe they're low on fatigue. Or they're too fatigued, I should say. Look at how they held that line, though. I mean, they're surrounded, and I don't know. They are tough. They are tough units, that's for sure. Okay, good enough for me. Probably one loss there, 36 killed. West High Desert, coming in from the water. Not much in our army here. Oh yeah, I moved out of our castle, so we're actually pretty strong here too. And not much on the Pythian side. So, all in all, very successful attack into Pythian, I think. I'm pretty sure we've pretty much crippled them at this point. I'll give you a kind of an overview of where they're at, but it is not looking good. And that'll do it for them. A couple unexpected events. Ooh, 18 water gems. Damn. Destroying gates, destroying gates. We are starving here. No surprise. Okay. So this is what Pythium looks like now. Not much. Calum and Lemuria share this area over here. So this is their last province. I think I'll send a force in there to see if we can grab it. And then actually, the castle's here. So what I'll probably end up doing is something like moving these guys to Suffolk Pass. And maybe even the Banes, sending them into Hidden Forest to see if they can take that single-handedly. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But I want to get to Pythium before Lemuria does. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next one.